The 4K PS4 Pro is here. We had one we got it about a week ago. We were embargoed. We couldn't tell anybody. But going to be very interesting. The first 4K PlayStation 4. Bryan Burnett has a look. Bryan?
This is Bryan Burnett, host of Know How, and I'm here to show you the latest and greatest in console technology for 2016. The PS4 Pro is a sleek, slanted, and svelte machine capable of pumping out 4K HDR content for the price of $399. The question remains, though, is having the cutting edge of the console wars machinery worth the money? Starting with the hardware, the PS4 Pro upgrades include a 2.1 GHz processor versus the old PS4 1.6 GHz processor, 8 GB of GDDR5 RAM, and 1 GB of DDR3. Also, the 1 TB internal drive is still removable and replaceable. Although in a not very pro move, Sony omitted on having a 4K capable Blu-ray player, but the Pro is capable of streaming 4K from apps like Netflix, which might make this a moot point for some customers. Those of you like me who still cling dearly to your 1080p flat screen will notice a slight boost in sharpness and detail with the PS4 Pro, but to truly take advantage of what the PS4 Pro has to offer, you're going to have to back it up with a 4K TV. And if you want HDR, you'll have to buy one that supports the HDR10 standard. Also necessary is an HDMI 2.0 cable, and if you try using HDMI 1.4, you'll be locked at 30 frames per second on higher resolutions. If you do have the right setup or plan on upgrading to one soon, you'll be presented with smooth frame rates, high-res textures, and anti-aliasing that improves even older games like the remastered Last of Us. The list of games capable of taking advantage of the Pro is up to 40, and will soon have patches available for download to take full advantage of the PS4 Pro. When trying the Pro with the PSVR, there was a noticeable sharpness to the lines and less blurriness. And with the extra horsepower of the Pro, it makes text easier to read and enemies in the distance easier to pick out. The PSVR is 1080p screens inches away from your face, so the occasional pixel will still be seen when trying to focus. But how does the PS4 stack up? And is it worth it for you? Well, of course, it depends on your situation. If you've been holding off on getting a PlayStation 4 and you plan on getting or have a 4K TV, then definitely go for the Pro. It's a serious amount of horsepower for the amount of money. But if you're already a PS4 owner, it's harder to justify the difference, unless you absolutely must have the best graphics living room console currently out to date. If you have the patience, it might also be worth waiting and seeing what Microsoft has to offer in the near future. But in the end, whatever choice you end up making, you'll still be a happy gamer. That's my review of the PS4 Pro. Thanks for watching.
So that's why I bought the Microsoft Xbox One S, because it had the Blu-ray UHD player in it.
Right.
So I can watch the... So here's what happens. You get a 4K TV, and then your life is over, because now you have to upgrade every single thing down the line. I mean, you have to get the 4K AV receiver. You got to get I just got the 4K Chromecast Ultra, the 4K Roku, the 4K TiVo Bolt Plus. You got to get the 4K Android NVIDIA Shield. You got to get... And the only thing I couldn't upgrade was the Apple TV. That's 1080p stuck. Yeah. But I do love 4K. I don't have a PlayStation yet.
In that case, I think I know what you're going to be getting.
I'm tempted.
Yeah.
I'm tempted.
I mean, I've got to say, they design them pretty as well.
Isn't that nice?
That's
the
a
slice?
really nice design.
Yeah, that's a good look.
But yeah, I don't know. It's I think if you haven't got one, then it's the logical choice.
Yeah. I don't know if I have room in my rack anymore. I got it. It's full. Everything. And by the way, everything can get Netflix. Everything. I have Netflix on 9 different devices now. And I only have one TV. I can't watch it on everything. But it is noticeable when you especially with a 4K TV and a good 4K input and a lot of bandwidth, it really is noticeable improvement. So
certainly looking at those images side by
tell,
side, I mean, it was kind of like on one level somebody had Vaseline the camera, and on the other one it hadn't. So you know,
you kind of get used to it when you see that. Thank you, Bryan Burnett. Yeah, there's my full cabinet. See, there's the Xbox, the Apple TV, the Roku, the Shield, and the TiVo Bolt. I don't know where I'm going to...
You do love your tech, Leo. I'll give you that.
That's my man cave setup. That's the man cave. And yes. That's the little room I live in with just me and my dog.